This is ABC15 Mornings.
Right now at 6, body camera video revealing the moment a man was shot 4 times in the back. This morning, experts, they weigh in on whether or not police did the right thing.
Another sign of hope in the fight against COVID as more places prepare to reopen ahead of Memorial Day weekend.
Plus, right now, homes across the country, they are selling faster than ever. This morning, we take a closer look at why many in the Valley, however, they are experiencing some buyer's remorse.
Hey, you know what? They're having to put out those offers real quick sometimes without even having time to think about it because you got to beat the next guy. We say good morning to you, 6 o'clock now on this Saturday. I'm Nohelani Graff.
And I'm Mark Thompson. Yeah, maybe turn that buyer's remorse into home improvement projects, maybe shelling out more money than you had planned on. But we're going to get to a lot of that in just a moment. But first, check the forecast.
It is a gorgeous start to the day, and you know what? We're going to stay that way. So if you do have some work that you need to take care of on your home, today's the day to do it. But you know what? The weather is also going to be so great, you don't want to waste it. So if you can get outside and do something fun, then do. The clouds have cleared out. We've got mostly clear conditions right now. It's cooler as well. 64 at Phoenix Sky Harbor. We've got some valley cities in the 50s and even 40s this morning. No winds to speak of, but that will change as we move through the afternoon because we are going to have high winds, which will increase our fire danger, but overall will also help keep us cooler this weekend. 84 is that forecast high expected for today. Tomorrow, staying in the 80s, just a little bit warmer. So to start this morning, go ahead and brew up that cup of joe and you know what? Take it out on the patio, or at the very least, open up the windows and air out that house while you can, because we don't have a lot of days like this left. We're going to stay in the 60s for the next couple of hours here. It's going to take us until 9 to even make it to 70 degrees. So that gives you an idea of what we're in store for today. I'm going to talk more about that high forecast today and also get you that statewide outlook coming up in that full, most accurate forecast.
Shaping up to be a beautiful day. All right, Noah, thank you so much. Developing this morning, an operational, internal, and criminal review is underway in the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office after body camera video was released showing a deputy shooting a man in the back as he runs away. This happened last month at a Walmart in Queen Creek. Jacob Packard told shoppers that he had a bomb allegedly, and he said that he heard voices telling him that he was carrying explosives, but none were found. Packard is still in the hospital. Now, the first part of this video ends with Packard on the ground when it cuts to another deputy's body cam. Now, we don't know how long Packard was actually on the ground, even asking for clarification from the sheriff's office. The next time we see Packard, he's running away and shots are fired. He was shot 4 times. Former San Antonio police officer and mental health expert Ernie Stevens says that deputies missed several steps here when it comes to handling a person who is apparently suffering from a mental health episode. He says deputies should be asking the following questions.
So you mentioned a voice told you that. Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental illness? If so, what? Do you take medications for that? Are you currently on?
Maricopa County Sheriff Paul Penzone says that he is reviewing his officers' policies when it comes to the use of deadly force. And so far this year, there have been 25 officer-involved shootings in the Valley. This puts us a little ahead of pace compared to last year. This time in 2020, there were 19 cases of officer-involved shootings. So we'll continue to look at that list. The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office is already under intense scrutiny right now as the Department of Justice has requested a hearing to determine if Sheriff Paul Penzone should be held in contempt of court. The DOJ says that it's taking hundreds of days for MCSO to conduct internal investigations, and there is a backlog of thousands of cases. MCSO is under court orders to speed up this process after the federal investigation when a judge found MCSO was conducting racially biased traffic stops under former Sheriff Joe Arpaio. A procedural hearing is scheduled for June 3rd.
Now let's talk about the coronavirus, a push to get more kids in the Valley vaccinated. Today, the health department is having a free vaccine event at Grant Park in downtown Phoenix. You can stop by from 8 this morning until 2 p.m. They're going to be offering the Pfizer vaccine, so anyone 12 and older is eligible. There's going to be another event, too, if you can't make it today. That's happening on June 12th at the same park, and that's going to be for people actually to get their second dose, More signs also this morning that the U.S. has turned a corner in its battle against the coronavirus. New cases across the country dropping to their lowest levels in nearly a year. But there is still an urgent need to get more Americans vaccinated and keep the momentum going. ABC's Christine Sloan has those details.
More progress against COVID-19, the average number of new cases plunging to less than 28,000, thanks largely to vaccinations.
As more and more people roll up their sleeves and get vaccinated, the number of cases and the level of community risk is decreasing.
In San Francisco, the most vaccinated large city in the country, no new COVID patients at one of the city's biggest hospitals for the first time in over a year.
It feels like a milestone. There are 0 admissions at San Francisco General.
New Jersey expected to lift indoor mask rules for vaccinated people by Memorial Day weekend, and the push to increase vaccination continues. Oregon doing a lottery for people who get the shot.
If we can get 20 to 40% more of the people in Oregon to choose to get vaccinated among the hesitant or the population today not prioritizing getting the vaccine, I think we could save many lives.
But experts still worried about a potential future surge. The nation with a 45% plunge in vaccinations since early last month.
Where there's less vaccination, the virus will emerge.
15 states and Puerto Rico have vaccinated a third or less of their populations, and a sobering report from the World Health Organization saying the worldwide death toll from COVID-19 could be as much as 2 to 3 times higher than official counts. Almost 3.5 million people have died from the disease, according to the organization's statistics. Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
Christine, thank you. U.S. home prices, they are still skyrocketing and now hitting record highs. The National Association of Realtors says that in April, the median sale price for a home was a record $341,600. That's up 19% from a year ago. It also reported that homes are selling in a record fast 17 days. Arizona's red-hot housing market has been a boon for sellers, but are buyers satisfied with the homes that they end up in? Reporter Cameron Pullum, he goes in-depth on buyers' remorse in the valley.
The intimidating home prices across the valley are not scaring away buyers. In fact, many are emboldened by failed offers to be even more aggressive when approaching the next one.
I feel like, this is the American dream. Well, it's not that easy to attain.
Kira and Eric Orala know firsthand. They began the search for their new home last fall. While not as competitive as we're seeing now, the well-qualified family lost out on multiple properties due to bidding wars.
It was like super deflating to lose something that you really already envisioned, and then you just didn't want to look anymore. It's like someone just broke up with you.
Despite the disappointment, the couple and their realtor pushed on, finally landing a home by October. They paid over asking price, a bet that's since paid off.
We literally just had it appraised, and it's $100,000 more than what we bought it for.
They quickly refinanced, getting a lower rate and reducing their payment, acknowledging if they were looking now, they'd have been priced out of their current home.
In a normal appreciating market, we see 3 to 6% a year. Right now, we're seeing 18 to 24% a year, depending on the neighborhood and market area.
Ryan Campbell with On Point Appraisal says for those depending on financing to get the home, offering over asking price comes with risk, as appraisals are often coming in below the winning bid, which puts the buyer at risk of paying the difference out of pocket to get the home, as the bank will only lend up to the appraised value.
A lot of buyers nowadays are waiving the appraisal contingency and are indicating to the seller that they're willing to pay over appraisal, which, to be competitive in this marketplace, seems to be happening more and more.
A new survey by Bankrate.com shows 2/3 of millennials who've purchased a home recently have some form of buyer's remorse. 13% felt in over their heads on their mortgage payment or believed they overpaid for the home itself.
You want to be educated on, are there homeowners fees? Are there, what are your potential, your lending costs, and all of those additional expenses that come along with buying a house can sneak up on you.
The Oralas say, based on their experience, buyers should manage their expectations as sacrifices most likely will be needed.
I mean, even though we paid above asking for a current home, it was still worth it to us. I mean, we really got literally almost everything we wanted. And now our house is worth $100 grand more than it was when we bought it. And so that's amazing. Like, it's like instant equity.
I'm Cameron Polam, ABC 15, Arizona.
Still pretty unbelievable to hear how much overpriced people are paying, though. Some good news for Arizona diners and restaurant owners. Governor Ducey signing a new bill that lets businesses around the state continue selling alcoholic drinks to go. The law banning the practice was rolled back at the beginning of the pandemic to dampen the economic impact of the virus on the restaurant industry. After decades-long drought, the Phoenix Suns are finally back in the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, that's right. And to top it all off, they're facing a bitter rival, the Lakers, also the team that the Suns last faced in the playoffs back in 2010. Remember those days? The Steve Nash-led Suns ran into the Lakers a couple of times in the postseason during that era of basketball. We spoke with longtime Suns radio commentator Tim Kempton. He's also a former Sun himself. As for the atmosphere tomorrow, he says that there's nothing like playoff basketball crowds.
The intensity just ramps up. The fans are vocal. They're on the edge of the seat. Their anticipation with every play. I mean, there are some times when you watch a game, you talk to your buddy next to you, and 2 or 3 plays go on. Playoff basketball, everybody's just watching the floor.
And for a great seat, you can watch the game tomorrow at 12:30 on ABC 15. Your own seat. We'll have post-game coverage for you to break down all of the action immediately afterwards. And a bonus for next weekend, Game 4 of the series will also be right here on ABC 15. Can't wait.
So exciting. And yeah, if you watch it at home, you get to pick all your own snacks. But
That's
the timing really can't be better for everybody who is comfortable enough to go and really have that home court advantage thanks to all of our fans. Cannot wait. So exciting. Still to come for you this morning, feeding kids minds and bodies. The after-school program helping kids look at their futures in a different way. Also, the new law targeting campaign ads, what they now have to disclose about their funding. Stay with us on this Saturday morning, Arizona.
This week, for Helping Kids Go Places, ABC 15 morning anchor Kaylee O'Kelly introduces us to a Mesa organization helping to feed kids and nourish both the body and the mind.
Life can be beautiful. Art makes it very exciting. Art is really an important part of our lives as human beings.
Carmen Guerrero is passionate about art and children. The two come together in her work with the Cultural Coalition.
We manage an after-school arts program here in Mesa, downtown, at El Rancho del Arte, which is a low-income housing project that houses 110 families. That means about 500 individuals, 70% of them are children under the age of 18.
Those children are lacking in art education because quite often they are lacking in something much more basic.
Those kids being low income, 85% experience food insecurity. They don't even know when the next meal is going to come, if it's going to come. So every day we offer them a free meal that's donated by St. Mary's Food Bank.
It's food for the body that can help fuel their minds.
It's important for children not only to be fed physically with the food, because once they get food, they get interested in doing other things. I think our children do have a hunger for art, for exploring, for, letting their imagination flow.
The arts are vital to their after-school program.
Maybe visual arts and also maybe performing arts.
The art bridges cultural gaps and inspires kids to learn about their heritage.
Well, art makes everything fun, besides being colorful and amazing. Art develops their brain, their possibilities. It spikes their curiosity. It helps them with self-esteem, because you can't just grade art. You know, art is always great, period.
And it helps these kids look at their futures in a different way.
And maybe they can decide to be an artist, or maybe the art just gives them the skills to make themselves more comfortable with life.
Kaylee O'Kelly, ABC 15, Arizona.
Yeah, great story there, Kaylee. And the after-school program, it provides for those kids 240 days a year. And for their efforts in helping kids go places, the Cultural Coalition is getting a $500 gift card courtesy of the Valley Toyota dealers. Now, if you know of an organization that is helping kids go places, nominate them just by going to abc15.com/kidsgoplaces.
I just love that. What a great,
I know, right?
Great program. Great way to encourage kids. All right, let's talk about that most accurate forecast now. I think you're really going to like this one because we do not get a lot of days like this at this point in the year. It is nice and cool out there. You might not even need a light jacket or a long sleeve as you're stepping out the door this morning. We got a lot of 50s across the board. 54 in Apache Junction, 53 in Cave Creek. It's 57 in Goodyear. Wickenburg still sitting in the upper 40s this morning, and even those in the 60s or in the low 60s, including Glendale and Tempe, as well as Mesa. Across the high country, we've got a lot of freezing spots as well. 23 at the Grand Canyon, upper 20s in Flagstaff, upper 30s in Window Rock and Winslow this morning. It's 47 in Page, 43 in Prescott, and we're in the 50s along our western border. So we're definitely noticing that temperature change. We're about 10 degrees cooler now here in the valley than we were this time 24 hours ago. We're down by almost 15 degrees in Gila Bend. Casa Grande is down by almost 20 degrees. Same in Tucson, 15 degrees colder in Safford this morning. The Grand Canyon is 24 degrees colder now than it was this time yesterday. Futurecast showing us all of those clouds moving out. We'll see a few linger across northern Arizona, but then they'll clear out. We're staying dry across the state today. Everywhere that you see in pink, though, we do have a fire weather watch in effect for northern and eastern Arizona, as well as southern Arizona. We've also got wind advisories in effect everywhere in tan here. There's a wind advisory in effect until 8 o'clock tonight, including Flagstaff and areas of Heber. Near Show Low and everywhere you see in Mustard, that's a high wind warning in effect until tonight. So here's what the winds are doing. They're really going to start to pick up right around lunchtime. You can see across northern and eastern Arizona, sustained winds around 20 to 25 miles an hour. Here in the valley, they're really going to get strong in that 4 o'clock hour. Sustained winds around 20 miles an hour. And that means gusts certainly can be about 10 miles an hour above the sustained winds. Then they'll die down tonight and we'll have just a few breezes for your Sunday. As for those temperatures, staying nice and cool for the morning here. We're at 70 degrees by 9 o'clock through the lunchtime hour, and then we'll work our way into the 80s, but we're only topping out at 84 today in places like Ahwatukee and Mesa, 82 in Surprise, as well as those Deer Valley neighborhoods, 84 in Maricopa. And across the state, 80s to our south and to our west with 70s in Quartzsite. It'll be 68 in Payson, 69 in Sedona, and staying in the 50s in Flagstaff. 80s carry us through the weekend before the 90s return. Getting hotter on Tuesday, and I'll show you how long that warming trend will last coming up a little bit later this morning, Mark.
Yeah, got to get out today instead of watching basketball all day.
Absolutely.
Got to get outside. All right, no, thank you. Still ahead, did you miss the deadline to file your taxes this morning? We reveal tips for minimizing what you owe.
Tax day has come and gone, but if you filed an extension, then you bought yourself a little bit more time. And we do have some tips that we want to get you for those last minute filers. So to help us with that is local financial professional Stuart Willis from Asset Prevention Tax and Retirement Services. Hi, Stuart. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Noe.
So, you know, procrastination is life, but hopefully people at least filed that extension. So first off, what are we looking at for penalties and fees that are just going to be a fact of life?
Well, the one thing to remember is if you haven't filed that extension, it's really important that you do that. If it's too late this year, make sure in the future, if you don't intend to file on time, that you file that extension, because the penalties really add up and they add up quick. So if you end up owing money, what happens is that you'll pay a 5% penalty per month for a failure to file penalty. And it just compounds the problem, right? A lot of people that don't file either have a very complex situation, or they're just scared to pay that tax bill, right? They think it's coming and it's going to be scary. But we're actually seeing a lot of examples this year of people that are getting money back that didn't expect it. So it's really important to, just face the boogeyman, get filed, and make sure you can avoid those 5% penalties per month for the failure to file, as well as the failure to pay.
So what are some things, because this was a really different year to file either way, what are some things that you should be considering as you are filing those taxes this year?
Well, you want to make sure that you track whether or not you received all of your rebates, your stimulus checks. Because if you didn't get the proper stimulus checks, you will get them in the form of a refund here. So you have the recovery rebate credit that you're eligible for, which oftentimes makes up for a lot of the money that people think they owe to taxes. So we have a lot of people this year that were pleasantly surprised. And I think it's really important to make sure that you just get it done.
Even though taxes are the dreaded day, right? But it's something you're saying, it should be in your back pocket and thinking about it all the time, especially now because things have continued to change.
Tax planning is really the key to a real solid financial plan, and that is a year-round process. So if you are doing what you would consider tax planning during the tax season when you're filing your taxes, it's absolutely the wrong time, because generally it's too late. The year's already passed and there's not a lot of opportunity other than maybe some IRA contributions to catch up. The reality is that it generally needs to be done the year before. Now, here's the one thing to think about, Nohe, is that we are in one of the most efficient tax windows in history right now. What we're doing is we're actually on a holding pattern. So a lot of our tax planning that we've historically done is on hold right now until we find out what those tax changes look like. And we think they're going to be pretty substantial. So it's super, super important to have a plan.
And so to do that, tell me how we can connect with you.
So you can just go to our website at www.apsitaxes.com, and we would be glad to have a conversation with you to see, what kind of efficiencies there are left in your particular situation.
Great tip, Stuart. Thank you so much. And certainly one thing everybody has in common is they want to maximize their money. So we really appreciate your time and your tips this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
Excellent information, guys. Thank you. Still ahead. New information about a disruption at a school board meeting, forcing it to end early. The outside group that could be to blame for that chaos. Plus, millions of cars facing government recalls. This morning, the Let Joe Know team reveals a big reason behind the delay in getting those cars repaired.